Hello there and welcome to yet another edition of the Lagos Transportation Agenda. This, of course, is the show where we highlight current events, spotlight issues, topical issues, as well as current and emerging trends in the dynamic world of transportation. My name is Austin Inyang. Late last year, precisely on Wednesday, the 21st day of December 2022, the first phase of the Lagos Blue Line rail system was inaugurated amid fanfare by the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, along with other government dignitaries. Since then, the project has received much endorsements, much accolades and kudos, as well as approval from stakeholders from far and wide. But by far, the weightiest endorsement so far has come from the highest office on the land, as no less than the President of Nigeria himself, Muhammadu Buhari, the GCFR, performed the official commissioning of the first phase of the Blue Line rail system here at the Marina Rail Terminal in downtown Lagos. Welcoming the President and other guests to the ceremony, the Lagos State Deputy Governor, Dr. Obafemi Kadiri Hamzat, described the rail system, which encompasses the blue and red lines, as the most audacious project of its kind ever undertaken by a sub-national entity anywhere in Africa. When it comes fully on stream, Dr. Hamzat said, the project will perform three very key functions. It will reduce pressure on our roads in Lagos, enhance the well-being, both the social and economic well-being of the people of this state, as well as place Lagos on the same pedestal as some of the greatest megacities on the planet.
It is my pleasure to welcome our dear President and everyone to this momentous ceremony. On December 21st, of last year, exactly at 1:31 p.m., the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, members of the State Executive Council, and journalists took the first trip aboard the Lagos Blue Rail Line, which spanned at the time 7 kilometers in the first phase, extending from Mile 2 to Marina. On that day, we took a ride from National Theatre to Marina. I was also on board. That exciting 10-minute trip announced the technical completion of the infrastructure of the first phase of this people-oriented project, which has 5 stations: Mile 2, Alaba, Orile Igomu, National Theatre, and Marina, where we are now. It is expected to move 250,000 passengers daily when it begins commercial operation. Today, Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, history is being made as we gather to commission the most audacious project to be funded by a sub-national in Africa. The Lagos Blue Line Rail Project is a 27-kilometer rail system from Marina, where we are, to Kokomaiko, which is west of Lagos. Its construction was divided into phases for ease of implementation. It is expected to move more than 500,000 passengers when the entire line is eventually completed. In fact, the signing of the agreement of the second phase will take place today. It is therefore not surprising that since its completion, the landmark Blue Rail Line has elicited much jubilation among residents who are excited to be part of this history. This excitement, no doubt, is justifiable, considering the fact that this project will certainly help to reduce pressures on our road, enhance the economic well-being of Lagosians, and put our state on the same pedestal as others of its status around the world. Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me at this junction to express our profound gratitude to all those people who have played key roles in the involvement and realization of this people-oriented project. Let me begin by appreciating His Excellency the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for creating the conducive environment that has ensured the accomplishment of many landmark projects across the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is why Nigerians have reposed unflinching confidence in the president as well as our great party, the All Progressive Congress, a party that puts people first. So how did we get here? Talking about the blue line, without making reference to the groundbreaking contributions of the presidential candidate of our party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is like talking about the beach without the ocean. A visionary leader, Asiwaju Tinubu, pioneered the idea of the Lagos Blue Line and many other revolutionary initiatives. The Tinubu administration then developed what is called the Strategic Transport Master Plan, which laid out the foundation for a network of robust and modern transportation infrastructure befitting a 21st century city such as Lagos. The master plan adds 6 rail lines and 1 monorail, 14 bus rapid transit corridors, and over 20 water routes and a number of major roads. Out of the 6 rail lines, the blue line is one of them, and of course the red line is another one. So thanks to that creative leadership today, we are making history with the completion of this first phase. Central to the implementation of the Transport Master Plan is the Lagos State Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, which was established in 2002 by the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to develop an effective intermodal transport system for Lagosians. The far-sighted leader, as he is, Asiwaju ensured he bequeathed the state to a worthy and inventive successor in the person of Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who gave the project the significant push that it needed. The first bricks and mortar that hold the project together were put in place by the Fashola administration. Interestingly, Mr. President, Governor Sanwo-Olu, and I were part of the Tinubu and Fashola teams. That is the beauty of the ingenious Lagos School of Governance. It not only breeds ideas, it also builds people for the society. It is to the credit of these worthy leaders, our Chinese partners, and many others like LAMATA, Ministry of Transportation, the House of Assembly, who work with them behind the scene, that we are making history today. Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as I draw to a close, let me appreciate Lagosians for bearing with us in the face of the inconveniences thrown up by the implementation of this project, which is a vivid tribute to the engineering and design capacity of its builder and the remarkable tenacity of our leader, Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. No doubt, we are seeing the greater Lagos of our collective dream, and it is rising. On this note, Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this historic occasion. Welcome to Lagos, the center of excellence, the land of aquatic splendor, and citadel of innovative governance. Thank you for your attention.
Also speaking, the ambassador of the People's Republic of China in Nigeria described the project as one that offers immense benefits to the people of this country and also opens further doors of opportunity for far-reaching cooperation between China and Nigeria.
Blue line is speed line. I also want to let you know Lagos is a great city, great economic center, has great mass. So great mass times speed, we could have more energy. This is the relativity of Einstein. And also I want to let you know, time is money. In the early 1980s, we have a special economic zone in Shenzhen. At that time, the slogan is, time is money, efficiency is life. So today's really we find Lagos, we really understand what's meaning of time. The second observation I want to share with you all, the blue line is sustainable line. Why sustainable? Without the sustainable line of life, the better life. Everybody know Lagos is rising. So I want to share with you, Lagos people and government not only survive, we are reviving, and also we will thrive. So this blue line really can play a pivotal role to realize our thriving life and a better life. And the third blue line, my observation is harmony, the simony line of harmony of Nigeria and China. We seek to harmony in coexistence.
Great economies are built on good transportation network. This is why Lagos State Government through LAMATA has been working tirelessly to enhance the state's transport infrastructure and implement the Strategic Transport Master Plan (STMP) for Lagos and create a world-class transport network for the metropolis. The STMP would deliver 6 rail lines, 1 monorail, 14 BRT routes, 26 water transport routes, 3 cable car routes, and several road intervention to promote the integration of the transport modes. When all these projects are completed, there will be lower emission, leading to better health for all, lower road crashes, better quality of life, and faster economic growth. With the BRT already running in some corridors, jetties being upgraded, and rail line from Okokomaiko to CMS coming on board soon, life of Lagosians in the face of Lagos is changing every day. A healthier and more prosperous Lagos is in the making, and LAMATA is driving it. LAMATA, keeping Lagos moving.
In his remarks at the occasion, Lagos State Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu attributed the success story of the project so far to the support of the Buhari-led federal government and to the resilience and patience of the people of Lagos State.
And so we're gathered here this morning to celebrate another history in the making, the official commissioning by your good self of the phase 1 of the Blue Line Lagos Rail Mass Transit. In this historic spirit of today, we will also be signing the contract for the construction of the second phase of this Blue Line. That is to confirm that we're committed to bring the entire stretch of the Blue Line to completion. Let me start by once again thanking Mr. President for honoring our invitation and for being with us since yesterday. We're indeed very delighted and happy with you, sir. We must boldly say that since 1999, Lagos State has not enjoyed the kind of support that we enjoyed since your administration came in 7.5 years ago. We know how many times you have had trips to Lagos, and on each of those occasions, we're indeed always very excited with all of your kind words and comments about our government. The various projects that we have commissioned indeed bear testimony to the support and the facilitation that we enjoy with your government, the federal government. The Lagos Rice Mill in Malta yesterday was a demonstration of eat what we can grow, grow what we can eat, your agricultural revolution. The Lekki Deep Sea Port yesterday again was a demonstration of your commitment and ensuring that within the time space we've been able to complete that project with all of your approvals, that you have given that project, economic development and all that comes with it. And of course, this Blue Line project in collaboration also with the Nigerian Railway Corporation, who are also the regulators on the rail services.
He paid special tribute to the vision and tenacity of his predecessors in office, most notably Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose pioneering leadership began the journey that has culminated in this very historic event.
I'd like to also pay special tribute, like my deputy also said, the architect of modern Lagos, our leader and our presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Blue Line we're commissioning here today is a product of timeless vision by Lagos State, a vision that dates back 20 years. On one of the greatest legacies was developing a comprehensive roadmap for the future of Lagos, one that is laid out of the clearly pathway for a modern, prosperous, and globally competitive mega city. Lagos Strategic Transport Master Plan, STMP, was envisioned as a 6 metro line, of which the Blue Line, which is a 27-kilometer running from Marina to Okokomaiko, was the first that we're completing. Over the years, the journey has been eventful and many challenges have been surmounted, including lack of support, but with your government, we have received tremendous support, especially on the Lagos-Badagry Express Route, which is the main corridor for this rail project. The completion of this blue line here, the first rail system by a subnational in Africa with a sea crossing. Mr. President, you will cross sea with this rail track. It's a testament that indeed the dark days of oppression are behind us as a government. And what you'll be commissioning today is the first phase between Marina here to Kokomaiko, and we will sign, the phase 2 in another few minutes. The benefits, Mr. President, are obvious. It will reduce travel time, it will improve the quality of life of our citizens, and it will make Lagos one of the most resilient mega cities, not only in Africa, but it will compete with other mega cities in the world. And Mr. President, it is also on track that we will be commissioning the red line before the end of your administration. That, in fact, is even a bigger, better, longer rail corridor, which we're excited with the collaboration of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, where we're sharing the rail corridor. It might also note to you that this blue line system will be powered end-to-end by an high-voltage electricity to be supplied by a dedicated independent power, as well as a backup system that means that the operation of this line will have zero carbon emission impact on the environment. This iconic marina station that we're hosting here today will be the largest and the busiest in Africa. It has the capacity to process about 400 to 450 passengers every 1 minute, meaning in an hour, this station can process about 25,000 passengers. Mr. President, I want to thank you for your commitment. I want to thank you for the support you have given us. You mentioned it last night, and I think it's important for us to also mention it again. You have given us waivers. You have given us clearing waivers of custom duty, even to bring our trains in, for this project. We're indeed very, very happy with you. You are a forward-looking president. You understand, that when we have people-driven projects and programs, that you are willing to support us at all times. Mr. President, we want to thank you. I also want to acknowledge, like I acknowledged yesterday, my predecessor, Babatunde Raji Fashola, who, like Mr. Deputy said, were both cabinet members with him when we also started this project, the Blue Line, and who is also Mr. Infrastructure, working under your able leadership in your cabinet as your Minister for Works and Infrastructure. We're indeed grateful for all of these great men that has measured, and the power line in Lagos, and they've delivered at different times. I want to thank all of our partners, especially Mr. CCCC, who are a contractor, who is here with his global president, and to thank you for coming to Nigeria. This is your second time coming, and we're indeed happy that you can find time. The Chinese ambassador, thank you again for coming. Honorable ministers that have come to grace this occasion, thank you very much. We cannot thank ourselves, from the Right Honorable Speaker to members of the judiciary that are here. Our traditional rulers, we want to thank you. All of our partners, our financial partners from the finance industry, we want to thank you very, very much. To our teaming Lagosians, this project, this facility, this infrastructure is for you. It's about your life. It's about your family. It's about ensuring that Lagos can work for you. It's about believing that with Lagos government, leading with you, your life can indeed be better. The greater Lagos that will promise you, that will assure you, is indeed rising. You can see it, you can feel it. It's not just a talk shop. This is a demonstration of purposeful governance of APC government, and there's a whole lot more that we'll have in stock with you. That's why we said that with APC government, believe us, trust us, and we're on the right path to ensure that life becomes a lot more meaningful for you and for generation coming behind us. Mr. President, thank you very, very much, and we're indeed excited to have you.
A major highlight of the ceremony was the formal signing of the contract to begin work on the commencement of the second phase of the Blue Line rail system between the government of Lagos State and the Chinese consultants on the project.
For a few minutes, watch us as we sign the ceremony for the phase 2 of the project, which will commence, after this signing ceremony here this afternoon.
After that, the president officially cut the ribbon to formally declare the first phase of the Lagos Blue Line rail system open.
Yes.
Great economies are built on good transportation network. This is why Lagos State Government through LAMATA has been working tirelessly to enhance the state's transport infrastructure and implement the Strategic Transport Master Plan (STMP) for Lagos and create a world-class transport network for the metropolis. The STMP would deliver 6 rail lines, 1 monorail, 14 BRT routes, 26 water transport routes, 3 cable car routes, and several road interventions to promote the integration of the transport modes. When all these projects are completed, there will be lower emission, leading to better health for all, lower road crashes, better quality of life, and faster economic growth. With the BRT already running in some corridors, jetties being upgraded, and rail line from Okokomaiko to CMS coming on board soon, life of Lagosians in the face of Lagos is changing every day. A healthier and more prosperous Lagos is in the making, and LAMATA is driving it. LAMATA, keeping Lagos moving.
With each passing day, the quest of the Lagos State Government to develop a modern, integrated transportation system keeps becoming a living, breathing reality. That's been the size of the show this week. Join me next week at this time on this very channel for yet another interesting edition of the Lagos Transportation Agenda.